Hi, my name is Irwan Effendi and I'm the founder of Bioenergy Solution Center. In this video, I will explain to you what is bioenergy and why does it matter for you to know what it is. Okay, bioenergy by definition is the energy that is produced and used by living organism. So it's not the same with biofuel. In biofuel, you take the remains of of a living organism and then you burn it and turn it into fuel, source of energy. Bioenergy is produced and used by living organism while it's still alive. Okay, so this is not about some occult mumbo jumbo. This is about the software part of the living organism. So every living organism have to have the hardware part, that's the cells, the physicals, and the software part. This is the one that regulates how things work. So all the software is of course made of energy. This is what we call bioenergy. Okay, but in human, because we have complex system, so we do not only have one type of bioenergy, we have actually several types of bioenergy, because the energy that we use in our brain to generate like neurons, that's slightly different from the ones that we use in our muscle to move, exercise and everything, for example. So we can easily categorize the type of energy by the similar category with the ones categorized in the medical science. So we have first the bioenergy for the reproduction system, which is used by our cells to replicate itself, to repair and everything. And then we have the bioenergy for the blood, basically the endocrine system. So it's how our heart pumps the blood and the way it moves stuff around in our body. And then we have the bioenergy for the gland system, and then the nerve system, and the mental control. This is slightly different from the nerve, because the nerve is where you feel actually the pain in your body, where you feel cold and warm, while the mental control, this is the part where you actually feel like sad, angry, or other stuff, like emotion related. And of course we have the digestion system. This is where the type of energy that we actually use to move. So the related to the muscles and everything. And then the last, we have the respiratory system. So this is the energy that's related to the oxygen and carbon dioxide process in our body. Okay, so this 7 different type of energy, it flows around, and according to a certain system, a certain program, you can say. So by being able to control the programming, it means you can control the flow, and controlling the flow, it means you can control the reaction in your body. So things like increasing the speed of recovery from illness, the speed of cellular reproduction, controlling the output of your hormones from the glands. There's a lot of things that you can control by manipulating the bioenergy. Why? Because our cells are like nanobots. It's basically robots in a very small size. So they all move according to the instruction provided in the software part of our body, which is all made of bioenergy. So reprogramming it means that we can control it. So there are a lot of time that problems are internal. For example, the benign tumor. So if you're looking from the hardware science or from the medical science, which deal with the hardware of a part of our body, benign tumor is something that have to be removed by surgery or something like external, you have to shoot it or something. Basically it's the hardware approach, but from the software approach we consider that a benign tumor is simply some extra cells that is placed in the inappropriate location by the blood. So the way to remove it is simply to send instruction in form of energy to the blood to remove the cells because it's out of place. And this is not just a theory. This is something that we have been doing for 7 years since 2010. And for benign tumor, mostly we are able to tell the blood to remove about 1 centimeter cubic for every 5 minutes. So it is, we actually have the record for it. Of course, because this is a method of sending energy and with encoded programming, is not everybody's body willing to accept any external programming. So it only works when the body of the patient accepts it. But this has nothing to do with belief. So it does not matter whether the patient believes it or not. As long as the body reacts, it works. Okay, so this is not a faith-based healing, something like that. Okay, another thing, this is not only for health. You can also improve a lot of things, like you can control your emotion. You can set up programming to say that every time you have a certain emotional outburst, it can be directed to transform into different type of emotion. So for example, if you set a programming, say every time I get angry, I will instead be excited. So every time something happen and it should make you angry, you get excited instead. Another thing is like the so-called talent. For example, someone who has a good voice but cannot sing well because of the pitch control and everything. That's, people say it's talent, it's God-given, something like that. But no, we already discovered that talent is simply a template in the brain. The template that allows you to create the neural network related to a certain type of activity, so make it easier. So for example, this is similar to if you have a laptop and you don't really have any software in it except Notepad, and somebody tell you to please help me to create a graph, and that will take you like so much time and so much effort, and the result will be like sucks. Yeah, so this is in the same way that you tell someone who does not have the template for singing ability to sing, they will have to try so hard, practice so long, and still sucks. But if you have, like in your laptop, spreadsheet software which allows you to create graph fast, then all you have to do is type the data and then say that graph, and then you have a beautiful graph. It's the same way. If you have a template for the singing in your brain, then you just need to hear the notes and then you can sing very fast. Okay, so we're actually able to do that. We can install templates of talents. So this is why we said bioenergy matters. You need to really understand what is bioenergy if you want to reach your full potential as living organism. Without that, it's basically just building yet another tools and waiting for someone else to come along to do things for you that you are unable to do. Okay, so bioenergy, we will we call it as the last frontier in the human science. Okay, thank you.